If you're busy overanalyzing information to help you make an important decision or trying to solve a difficult problem, stop what you're doing right now. What if I told you the answer that you're looking for is already on its way, trying to show up for you? Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me. In this video, I'm going to show you how synchronicity can show up as a sign to guide you, especially when you're not sure what to do next. So you can stop overthinking, stop stressing, and actually just chill out and enjoy the process. Hi, I'm Tony, here to talk about everything beyond the ordinary everyday life stuff to help us think differently about life, meaning, and what's really going on beneath the surface. So about 2 weeks ago, I met this nice lady named Han at a meetup meeting in London. And then last week, I was thinking about whether I should contact her to reconnect, but I felt unsure. And then on that same day, I went to this restaurant and I saw the lady who was serving me wearing this name tag that said, Han. I went, holy crap! So I took it as a sign and WhatsApped Han straight away and told her the story. And she said she's lived in London for 40 years and she's never seen or heard of anyone else called Han before. And we arranged to meet up yesterday and we had a beautiful catch up. So seeing her name on a restaurant staff name tag was like life telling me, yes, this is someone you should connect and be friends with. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, had a name for this kind of moments. He called it synchronicity. It's when two or more things align in a way that feels almost too perfect to explain logically. Even though there's no obvious cause, but it feels deeply connected to you. Carl Jung believed these moments aren't just random. They were signs of inner transformation, helping guide us towards who we're becoming. So here's another synchronicity story. It came from my master's degree dissertation supervisor, Dr. Bethany. A few years ago, Bethany was thinking about attending a spiritual retreat called Soul Fire. But it was happening halfway across the world from where she lived, and it required a huge financial commitment, way outside her budget. On top of that, the application deadline was only a few days away. She felt torn. On one hand, she had this strong gut feeling, I really want to go. But at the same time, her logical brain kicked in. This doesn't make sense, flying halfway across the world and spending all that money. So she made a little promise to herself. She thought, if I get a really clear sign in the next 24 hours that tells me I should go, then I'll book the retreat. If not, then I'll let it go. The next morning, she was walking down the street she always did. And she's walked past this building that she's walked by many times before. But this time, something stopped her in her track. She looked up and froze. Spray painted across the building wall were the words, I will set your soul on fire. The exact words from the retreat name that she wanted to go. She said she had never seen that graffiti before, even though she's walked past that building many times. In that moment, it felt like life smacked her awake with clarity. So she kept her promise and booked the retreat. And it turned out to be one of the most transformative experiences in her life. She met many lifelong friends she still stays in touch with to this day. People she connects regularly online years later. And here's a cool bonus synchronicity to this story. A few months later she told me that story. I was traveling in Tirana, Albania. I went to this local restaurant, not even English speaking, and right there, glowing above the bar in neon lights, were the words, set my soul on fire. I got so excited, I took a photo and emailed it to her immediately. And guess what? She replied saying that she was about to fly out to Canada and meet a few of her friends she met on that exact same retreat. So yeah, this soul fire and synchronicity seem to have deep roots, stretching across time and space. So it turns out there are many academic studies backing this up too. A study in 2009 found that many people experience meaningful coincidences at key decisions in their life, especially when it comes to things like career choices, education, or meeting the right person at the exact right time. And in my own master's degree research study, uncanny timely synchronicity was one of the most commonly reported meaningful coincidences. So if you ever felt like the exact right answer shows up at exactly the right moment, you'll not imagine it. It's real. It's part of something deeper, like what happened to one of my research participants. She works as a nutritional therapist, and she said it often doesn't feel like she's the one finding the solution for her clients. It feels like the right solution are finding her, right when she needs them. One day she was driving and randomly decided to listen to a podcast, talking about a rare health condition that she's never heard of before. She thought, that's interesting, and moved on with her day. And then 2 days later, a new client walked in, needing help with that exact rare condition she just learned about. And she told the new client, yeah, I know exactly what to do. I'll sort you out. So what do all these stories have in common? The answers didn't come from overthinking, planning, or trying to force a solution. They show up almost effortlessly when we were simply open and paying attention. I mean, think about it. What are the chances that the exact person, message, or the insights you need happens to appear at the perfect moment? That's synchronicity. It's like life saying, hey, pay attention. This is going to be very important for your future. So now you might be thinking, I got this very difficult decision to make, or a very hard problem I can't solve. How do I invite synchronicity to help? Here are 3 steps I discovered in my research. First, set the intention. Ask for a sign. You can say it in your mind or write it in your journal, then let it go. That's exactly what Bethany did. She asked for a clear sign whether she should go to the Soul Fire retreat. And the very next day, she saw the graffiti that said, I will set your soul on fire. Second, pay attention. These signs are usually very subtle. In my story, it showed up on a name tag, something I could have easily missed. But here's the thing, when synchronicity shows up, it tends to hit you deeply. You will feel it, but just don't ignore it. And third, change your scenery. If you feel stuck, just get up and go for a walk. Take a different route and explore something new. Bethany saw the graffiti because she stepped outside. The nutritionist got her information because she listened to a random podcast she normally wouldn't. Just shifting your environments can create a space for synchronicity to show up. So I used to think that life was all about planning and strategizing every little detail. I was the king of over-preparing every assignment and presentation, creating spreadsheets to list all the pros and cons for every decisions, like I did in my earliest YouTube videos. But after making many videos on synchronicity, I started thinking differently. What if the most important decisions in your life don't require any brain power or deep research at all? What if they actually need the opposite? Something like trust and surrender. What if the smartest thing you can do is simply ask life for guidance? Stay open and trust that the answer will find you. Now please let me know in the comments below. Have you ever had a perfectly timed synchronicity that helped you make a decision or solve the problem out of the blue? And if you enjoy watching this video, please share it with someone and hit like and subscribe. And find out about the other 2 types of synchronicity that I mentioned in my previous video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.